It's off.
No, folks, that's really his butt. We're apologize for it. You don't have to ask him if it's boxers or briefs because he answered it for you. No, tonight's topic is going to be very interesting because I think this will cause some folks to have a mental breakdown, and it'll cause some back and forth between fanboys, which is always entertaining to say the very least. So it's going to be, we're going to look at the power tools from each brand, or we're going to talk about the power tools from each brand. We're going to pick the one tool that they make better than everybody else. we're gonna pick the one tool that they should stop making altogether because they suck at it. And yes, Milwaukee fanboys, it's gonna happen. We're gonna talk about your brand last. So you got to stick around. So you're gonna attack Milwaukee and Makita. I don't have to attack Makita. The line says it for me. I'm here for my mental breakdown. Am I late? No, you just got here. You're right on time. We actually started like 20 some odd seconds early. So I'm Robert Walton, Joshua Wilson. William, I'm gonna keep calling you B-Dub because that's what you are. That's who you are to me. Paul W, how you doing? Your boy Ram, Kansas Handy. We're glad to have you. Kansas, you did not send me your address. I got your email. You didn't send me your address, sir. So send it, and I'll get that can and break it out to you. When we see Rodney and Joshua Wilson, you both have to send me your address as well. So, Jamie True, I'm ready. All right. So I'm going to leave it up to you guys because this is totally unscripted. I want to find out what brand you guys want to start out with. It cannot be Milwaukee. It cannot be Makita, and it cannot be DeWalt to start out with. We're going to save those until the very end because Lord knows what's up with the movie.
With what? The movie. Oh, in the back. That's just my monitor's high definition, so.
No.
Yeah, you can see it, I guess. I can move it around. Is that better? I don't know.
How are you feeling, Tactics?
Pretty good, man. My head's kind of like bouncy, like lightheaded. I don't know. I checked my blood pressure is 120 over 78, but
yeah.
I don't know. I feel lightheaded, and other than that, pretty good though. No stomach hurts, so moving in the right direction.
That's good.
There's a funny thing about my that is distracting. Why is this camera so clear?
And to answer everyone's question, I'm sore, but I am fine. I mean, considering I just had surgery on Wednesday, I did not expect me to even be able to do this week, or let alone day after do his on Thursday. So that was pretty good.
So I got a confession to make on my name there.
All right.
It says user or errors. I actually didn't do that on purpose. I was trying to type in of.
So let me get this straight.
Yeah.
Even when you're trying to type in user error, and you're adding in extra stuff to it, you get it wrong.
Yeah, you mentioned something. I thought I was good to go, and I looked down there, and I was like, we're rolling with it.
I'm not surprised a bit. I really am not. So an example of user error in your name and your name user error. Yeah, exactly. I believe we found out where the error lies, and it's the user. So that's good. No, it's nobody has said anything. No, I had tumors removed, Howie. I had 3 of 8 tumors removed from my abdomen. So user is an error. So what it says on his birth certificate. So no, I thought we would just open it up. Let's see which one you guys wanted to start out with. I've seen two people mention Ryobi tools right off the bat. So Daniel, the 20-volt brushless impact driver. You know, I would be hard. It would be hard for me to come up with a tool that Ryobi makes that is 100% great. I can tell you that there are tools that they make that are okay. And you know what? I'll say this. The little Airstrike brad nailer that I was using, that thing's great. It is. I like it. It's simple to use, a little temperamental, but once you get used to it, you're good to go. Worst tool that they make is their freaking high-end hammer drill. It's a piece of garbage. It's highly inconsistent. Hate everything about it. If it were just consistent, it would be great, but it's not. Sometimes it's really good, and most of the time it's really garbage.
Yeah.
What about you? What do you got?
Man, I'm gonna say I'm gonna go with DeWalt impacts and Ryobi. Pretty much the same thing.
It's Ryobi. We're talking about Ryobi, right? So what's the best one in your mind that they make? We're going through every brand.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, man. You said that, and I just went nothing, man. Nothing. They don't make anything good. What are them? Pressure washers.
The nailer, the little pin nailer, the brad nailer. Those are really good.
You had a little bit of trouble with it though. I kind of changed my mind on that.
I had to get used to it. I wasn't expecting that much from it, but it's exceeded my expectations. As a matter of fact, I built kind of an enclosure with it just yesterday. Well, not with it, but it was part of the project, and gave me a chance to really use it. It was great. So managing yes. So it might be just that it's good in comparison to the rest of their tools. Did I lose you?
No.
All right.
No. I was reading stuff. I was seeing if I wanted to read it out loud or not.
And it leaves you sore after you as well.
The chat is distracting.
I wouldn't mind trying a Ryobi framing nail. You know what? They just came out with that, so that's exciting. It looks exactly like the old Ridgid framing nailer, which not great, by the way. The old Ridgid framing nailer was not that great. The battery operated one.
I would say their glue gun, their glue tool, their glue stick melter.
The glue stick is great. What about worst tool? What's their worst tool?
Their worst tool is probably got to be.
What's up, Queefer?
Their chainsaws are pretty terrible.
Are they?
Yeah.
John Wilson had a great one, the Ryobi cordless router. He had one 2 years ago, and it was trash. He said, and I've seen somebody else said, you said the chainsaw. Paul W's got a drill dough problem. Everybody likes air nailer, yeah. There's not a whole lot of Ryobi tools that I really like. I have their jigsaw. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I will not use it. It sits over here behind me in the area of tools that I'm never going to use. It's not even on the wall. It's actually behind stuff just because I'm never going to use it. It's trash. Worst tool is that damn drill they bring out each year, the brushed version. Oh, yeah. I feel so cheap that with anything Ryobi, yeah. The Ryobi P236 is the one I like. Okay. I have a Ryobi drill that lasted over 20 years. It doesn't run well now. Well, I've got one that's pretty old. I think it's fine. It's not great, but no, it's just okay.
I don't have anything Ryobi except for a cordless glue tool that I hardwired.
Shaka Gillis. the best and worst, eh? The worst list will be entirely comprised of Ryobi and Makita. We're actually picking best and worst from each brand. The best tool that they make, the worst tool that they make in every brand, and you guys are going to control the list. You're going to tell us which brand you want to talk about next. They're all on the table. Doesn't matter to me. Kansas Handy, send me your address, sir. Make sure you send me. I want to get to break it out sometime this month. I have a Metabo pin nailer and Craftsman brand nailer. I like the caulk gun. Damn it. That I like cordless glue tool and rotary tool. So they make nothing good. I like that, Shaka. I know you emailed me, but you did not send me your address. I missed it. I saw that you were going to be out of town this weekend. So the Ryobi inverter power source is kind of cool. Haven't tried it. It might be.
I don't know.
All right. What other brands do you want to talk about?
Well, we may as well get Bauer out of the way.
Bauer. Oh. Okay. We could do Bauer.
I don't own any Bauer, but I'm trying to think.
Thank you.
I'm trying to think. At one point, there was a sliding compound miter saw that you
have a Bauer.
I do have a Bauer?
Yeah. Planer.
Oh, yeah, I do have the planer. I like the planer.
I know his tools, and he doesn't know his tools.
I couldn't think if that was a Chicago Electric or if it was a Bauer. Because I was going to say the sliding miter saw that I had was actually a Chicago Electric. And it was good, but yeah. I put the garage door down on it one day while the saw was set back because I had like this miniature kind of garage half. I cut the garage in half and turned half it into like part of the living room.
Yeah.
And then half of it was like a garage, like workshop. Like you couldn't park any cars there, but it was enough for a workbench and then a bench on the side of it. And then I had a miter saw on top of that bench. And when I put the garage door down, it took the saw with it. And it broke the buttons off it. So I put like an arcade style push button for the trigger.
Yeah.
Duct taped it all together, gave it to my buddy, and then he threw it away in the trash. He didn't like it. I don't know why.
I understand. Queefer, yes, I heard about Leaping Lenny. It's tragic, but it happens. And David Betancourt, you want to know if the M12 line will ever come out with a 6.5-inch circ saw? With the new high-powered batteries that they got, they could. They really could.
I didn't see enough power gain to... No, they can't do it. I don't think they can.
I don't know.
I don't know. It wouldn't be worth it.
Anybody could figure it out. It'll be Milwaukee and that 12-volt line. Because look, their hammer drill is right up there. The little M12 hammer drill's right up there with some of the name brands, even in the 18, 20-volt line. So you can't say never.
Practically gave away my last 12-volt fuel 5 3/8 circular saw for like $80 because it just didn't compare to anything almost the same size that actually made proper cuts.
So the next tool brand that they want to talk about, and this is by you guys, is actually Hyper Tough. I don't know why you guys wanted to talk about Hyper Tough. To me, they're not really a tool brand. They're just disposable tools. But I did, as a matter of fact, I did just pick up a Hyper Tough tool today to make fun of that guy.
But it didn't work because you didn't get the right one.
It does work. It works fine. It's a 4-volt cordless screwdriver, precision screwdriver.
But it doesn't have the socket.
$17. Look, that doesn't mean I didn't get the right tool brand. It just means that it didn't have that crap that you wanted because you can't figure out how to put a machine screw back into a Game Boy game. It's not my fault. Really not my fault. That's on you.
It needs to be the original screw.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to say best, and this is because I haven't used it yet. The best has to be the Hyper Tough precision screwdriver that I just picked up. And the worst, and I mean absolute worst, is their 12-volt drill that I used. That thing was crap. That absolute crap. I brought it onto the channel because people had asked me for hyper tough stuff, and it was a complete waste of $50. And I would not recommend it to anybody. He's got his mouth open.
I've got a hyper tough air nozzle thing that inflates footballs pretty decently. I'd say that's probably their best tool.
Okay. What's their worst? Everything else?
Everything else.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, sir. I'm just done with them. The next one that you guys said was it was Harbor Freight Bauer. So I'm going to put those together, the Harbor Freight with the Bauer, the Hercules. We can talk about those. For me, the best Bauer tool that I have personally used, has to be their 10-foot pole saw. Let me know what yours is in the comments. Tell us what the best Bauer tool is that you've used, if you've used one. If you haven't, obviously say I haven't used one or whatever. The chat rate, increasing the chat rate will help the stream out. It'll push it out to more people. It'll help both of our channels grow. And it's a nice thank you other than hitting that thumbs up. So the Bauer pole saw is easily the best one that I have ever used. The Bauer hammer drill that I blew up in under 5 minutes is easily the worst tool that I've ever used. So there, I don't buy a lot of Bauer stuff. The stuff that I have bought, I bought the planer when my Ridgid planer of 20 some odd years went on the fritz. I bought the planer. I've used the planer, and it's decent. It's not great. It's not as good as a 20-year-old Ridgid planer, that's for sure, but it gets the job done.
For the price, man, I got that Bauer planer, $350, and they threw in a 3-year warranty on it, and it's been great, man. I haven't had any issues with it. Almost no snipe.
Mm-hmm.
And the blades are like $20, or at least they were when I bought them, because they were $20. I don't know how much they are now, but
Panther, we have not gone over Cobalt yet.
Did you answer Queefer's thing about the address?
Missed Y to email address. What? Queefer? What?
You're saying that people, there's an email address and they're giving...
Oh, yeah. I was giving Kansas Break It to 3 of the subscribers here, and I'm going to be sending it out. Kansas, he has he has I think his father-in-law or somebody does farm equipment, and they're always dealing with rusty bolts and nuts. And I want him to compare it to WD-40 to see if it's as great. And then all I ask is they report back to me. I don't know why he left or turned his camera off, but you know.
My user error.
Oh. So worst. I'm not seeing a lot of you guys interacting here. What's the best Bauer tool that you used, and what's the worst? User error. Why else? Also excited the battery line goes in the outdoor lawn tools tool. Well, Panther Ridgid's about to get into the outdoor power equipment game here in the U.S., which is really nice. There he goes. He's back on screen. Sorry. So for me, the best one and the worst one. Pole saw best, hammer drill worst.
Here, I'll show you my setup. That's a 65-inch TV. That's angled, like at an angle coming off the wall here, and this camera sits, and there's a cord that's only so long that sits right here on this table right there. So I was trying to get more slack for the cord, and also get this camera closer, because I didn't put it on a tripod. I put it on this table on this block of wood.
Yeah, my pleasure, Queefer. I'm glad I'm getting some guys that are saying, "Hey, thanks for the deals," because I've contemplated, because I don't want to do like so many other channels where they're bringing you the same freaking video 3, 4, 5 times a week, and that's 20 times a month. I just don't see why I would do that. I've gone to making just one deal video per week, but making it actual deals that you can find in the store. He's trying to get us busy. I believe that.
Yeah.
Hercules and Bauer can't hang with me. I don't know. That new Bauer or that new Hercules impact wrench
yeah,
looks really good. And the impact driver that people have been testing out, I know Jim over at Philly Fix just tested it out. The hammer drill as well. They all look very nice, which they should. It took them like 3 years longer than everybody else to come out with a brushless tool. So for me, the worst Hercules tool is their entire 12-volt line. There's absolutely nothing in there that's worthwhile. Like,
I haven't even tried.
Yeah, you're not missing a doggone thing.
I already knew that.
I know VCG was real high on the hammer drill, the Hercules hammer drill when it first came out. And I've tested it, I've used it. It's not great. It's not bad, but it's not great. Thanks for sharing all the crazy direct tool warehouse deals for Ridgid. My pleasure, Morgan. As more of those things come up, I'll have more of them. I'm just trying to. I'm trying to bring you guys new deals all the time instead of just rinse and repeat. What's the best? If you guys have used Hercules, what's the best? What's the worst? What's the best? I mean, the worst for me was easy. The 12-volt drill that I got. It's still more powerful than Makita, though.
Hey, it's pretty impressive.
Predator motor held its own on Project Farm. That's right. There is some stuff that you can get at Harbor Freight that works really well. And I don't care what anybody says. Just because you go to Harbor Freight,
hard to mess up a motor, though. Actually, the cheaper you make them, the more thick the freaking cast is. The crappier the design is. They can't skimp out on the material because their machines aren't capable of building stuff to save material. So you sometimes wind up with like a really strong, body that's oversized that's gonna last a long time.
Yeah. And William, BW, I'm with you, dude. When I post the sites, I try to look for different deals, and deals 45% or better. $20 off, $250 is nothing. I'm with you. I pass up more deals than I post. For the factory blemish Ridgid ones, can you still get LSA? I got the 8 amp hour for $100. Shipping instead of $200. Thanks to you. My pleasure, Morgan. Yes, factory blemish is LSA eligible. You have to send them a copy of your receipt. It's just a copy, and you can even email it to them. Just contact them on Facebook after you register your product, and just let them know that you uploaded the receipt with everything. They'll go through it. They'll look at it. You'll be good to go. And it only takes like 10 minutes total to get the whole thing done. And thank you, Morgan Carver, for the $4.99 super sticker. We appreciate that. Hope you think about becoming a member and sticking around. We'd love to have you. The Predator engine at Harbor Freight is a Honda clone. Well, I know Honda makes a good engine.
There you go.
I knew that a few years now. Queefer, yeah. I got the two 4-amp Bauer batteries and the 2.0 for $65 the other day. That's great. It did do decent on a budget for a budget motor. The Honda did better for higher price. Well, value is what we do here. So let's move on. I saw a couple of people had said Ridgid next. I am a Ridgid guy. I absolutely love my Ridgid tool.
I already know what you're going to say.
Do you now?
I do.
I bet you don't.
I know. Well, I know what your worst is.
Okay.
What do I think your best is? Let me think.
Nope. What's my worst?
I do. I know what your best is too.
All right. Give it a shot.
All right. You're gonna say the 12-volt anything from Ridgid.
No, there is one 12-volt tool that head and shoulders stands above all of them as the worst piece of crap I have ever thought of using. But no.
And then you're going to say
there is one Ridgid tool that I will tell anybody to stay away from based on personal experience.
What is it?
The oscillating tool, the brand new one with the dial at the bottom. I was using it yesterday and ended up having to stick tape around it because the way I hold, because my hands are big, so the way I hold the tool, my finger was constantly going over the selector, so the cut was getting kind of wavy there because I couldn't control the speed of it all the time. I get it in the speed I'd like, go to use it, and I'm like, okay, kiss my ass.
What the heck?
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Shameful.
So I would tell anybody, in case you're wondering and you're watching, now if you got small hands and it doesn't matter, then cool. But for me, I cannot use the Ridgid oscillating tool.
Interesting.
I'm finished with it. That is by far the worst one I've ever used, and that's Ridgid. And I'm the Ridgid guy. I know TRZ likes to think he is, but dude, you took a year off. You made 2 videos going, Ridgid lost its way, but now I'm coming back, so I'm gonna come back with Ridgid. I'll kiss my ass. I never left him. That's why people come here, the unfiltered truth. Sorry. I like Bosch laser level due to the price. When I went with the tough coat. There you go. What do you think my best Ridgid tool is?
Well, you're gonna say your saw that you just got, and I can't deny that. That's pretty sweet. But you're gonna say the Stealth Force.
No.
No?
The Ridgid Mega Max.
Oh, the Mega Max, yeah.
It is hard to beat that Mega Max.
Well, there's a reason why they discontinued it.
Yeah, it was doing well. It was powerful, and
it wasn't red with the lightning bolt.
Yes, some guys didn't like it. That didn't say fuel on it.
Yeah.
What about you guys? The Gen 5X Kansas Handy hit it with the Stealth Force is his favorite right there. I think that the Octane hammer drill, and the new one, those are awesome. I love the Ridgid right angle drill. Oh my God, I do love that tool as well. The Ridgid with the attachments Mega Max. Paul W said the Mega Max. Ridgid wasn't popular when they brought out the Mega Max. It's true, and the price kind of threw people off because you had to buy each attachment and everything. The power base each it had differently. It was very different. Ridgid new subcompact were amazing. All the new outdoor lawn tools look awesome too. I really want the auger. I have some fence to put in this summer. Dude, I'm with you, Morgan. I really like that Ridgid's again, because they used to do outdoor power equipment. Now they're just getting back into it. So, and it's been tried, tested in Europe for a few years under the AEG brand, so we know what we're going to get.
I think Ridgid makes the best nailers.
Oh, I would not argue with you. I used the framing nailer yesterday.
I have every Ridgid nailer except for the 21 gauge pin, and it's only because it's almost impossible to find in the store.
Yeah, I can't argue with you. I only have Ridgid air tools. The stapler is my favorite.
There you go.
The Juan likes the half-inch impact. David Betancourt says the Octane worm drive. No, I don't have a worm drive yet. I got the Flex instead. Well, for now. Ridgid still is not popular. I see more Ridgid clearance in Depot than any other brand. Not saying the bad tools, I'm just saying they're not popular. Yeah, they're in that middle zone. So I see more Ryobi on. I actually see more Makita and Ryobi on clearance than I do any other brand, but could be where you are.
Yeah, I've got the 18 gauge, no cordless nailers. Actually, what cordless nailers I did have were Milwaukee, and they're not that impressive. They're not built to last.
Kansas wants to know if you've got the 18 volt nailers.
Or no, I don't have any 18 anything.
if I didn't already have Milwaukee, I'd definitely pick up the Octane half-inch impacts. I just showed people the Octane half-inch impact for $80.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Thank you, Raj. I am up and around. I am sore, but I'm doing all right. For framing, would y'all suggest a 21 or 30 degree? You're only buying one. That's really easy. It would be the 30
21.
degree.
Oh,
It
you
would
like
be the
30?
30 degree. Yeah, the 30 degree is got a smaller footprint. It's able to go into more areas, and it's more versatile. 21 degree is mainly for the construction trades, and if you're not doing the construction trade, you don't need a 21 degree framing nail.
Isn't this 21 most popular standard nails to find?
21 degree is the most popular because it's in the trades. That's what guys use in the trades.
Right. Are you going to pay more for 30? Right.
For everyday use, you want a 30. You
Okay.
don't want a 20, 21, you want a 30. Cobalt over Ridgid. How we see? I knew fanboys would be losing their minds. He just started it early. I also like air nailers. Yeah, that's about the only air tool that I like using. The first real cordless power tool I bought was a Ridgid Gen 4. I loved it, and then they stole it. Dang.
Yeah.
Pumpkin orange is not my color. That's on you. Ridgid makes great vacs. Oh yeah, I bought a Hart corded 8-gallon for $30-40 this summer. It kicks ass, surprisingly. It's great to hear. Hey, you know what? I'm surprised that no one's mentioned Hart as one of the brands to look at yet. But let's go on. You guys, 21, 30, depend on region too. Yeah. I mean, if you're doing roofs and you're on a steeper roof, I'd imagine a 30 degree might do you better in the Northeast, places where they get heavy snow. But for most of the country and construction trade, you're going to use a 21.
What's next?
There you go. I don't know. I'm waiting on them. Nothing beats them yet. I love mine. I won't buy anything. Hart is white Ryobi. That's true. That's true.
Or worse. I think it's worse.
You know what? I can say the best Hart tool that I personally own
Isn't battery powered.
Yeah.
Blower?
No, the 40-volt string trimmer of theirs.
Okay.
It's probably the best one, and that's because I changed the head out. Now I've got saw blades for it. I've got DeWalt attachments that I put on it. It's kind of the best one that they make, and the worst. It's got to be their 18-volt brushed impact. It was a piece of trash. You got any? You got DeWalt, you got Flex, and you got a little bit of Milwaukee, right?
Yeah. Let's see what else do I have.
Off topic, but what's your guys' favorite pocket knife? I don't have one.
I like
Milwaukee Fastback.
What is my favorite, or what do I have the most of that I use the most of? I like
I
would say SOG. I would say SOG. I buy a lot of SOG. If it's anything SOG, I've got it pretty much.
They're all made by the same people, yes. Cobalt and Skill are. Oh wow! I thought I destroyed this rumor. Howie Z says Cobalt and Skill are right up there with Ridgid. No, no, they're not.
I think Cobalt might be.
What's up, CNF?
With certain things.
Cobalt's not. I mean, I've tested it out. I've tested the brand new one. I've tested the XTR. I've tested the old. As a matter of fact, I still have the old one in the box sitting right next to me. Not in any hurry to get it out of the box either. Take it easy. CNF, thanks for showing up, and have a good one. Hart used to make the cool screwdriver that slides from one end to the. They actually just made a bigger one. Multi screwdriver. I hate to admit it, but I've heard from a few people Cobalt power tool warranty is bring back to store and exchange. It's hard to beat that. Don't know. I've never tried one.
Huh.
The only place that carries it is a store I would never visit. That's all right, Shaka. I have these crescent knives. I got clearance at Lowe's. They're amazing knives. I like that. Gerber. Cobalt XTR is pretty good. It's okay. The hammer drill is the best tool that they make, the XTR hammer drill. And even it's a step down in power from, well, just about every other brand. I'm looking for the screwdriver model for Hart. I can't help you right now. The DeWalt utility stays with me like white on rice. Love it. I like it. Just triggering the Souls Ogre. Well, good luck. Benchmade are good knives. How's it hanging? Too loud? All right. Next brand. You guys are in control. Next brand.
Here, look these up. Those are all Microtechs. You ever seen Microtech?
I believe you've seen Micro a lot.
Haha. Look up Microtech. It'll be your new favorite knife.
Okay.
They start at 300, but they're nice.
I don't carry knives. I carry things that go.
Microtech is my favorite, but I only have one. And it's in my safe, and I'm not getting it right now.
We just kind of did Cobalt. Cobalt XTR hammer drill, best one they make. I don't have a whole lot of Cobalt, to be honest with you. It's not a tool line that excites me. I had their string trimmer, and it was so bad I took it back and got a Hart, and I'm happier with the Hart. That ought to tell you a lot.
Yeah, Cricut's underrated.
Is it?
Yeah, they got a nice ball bearing pivot with almost all their knives. They're like smooth and cheap.
You're killing me. Love the Bosch Bulldogs, and the vacuum is nice. All right, which one did you guys say is next? Did I miss it? I saw somebody say Cobalt. Like they had a whole list, and Cobalt wasn't up there. And
there was Cobalt. SEO Panther, I think, posted it. Yeah, Cobalt, Bosch, Flex, Porter Cable, Dremel.
Okay. He, by the way, it's weird. He inherited his micro from his mother. Anyway.
It was an innie until I became 13.
Oh, let's do Bosch next. Best Bosch tool. And I, first of all, didn't think I'd like the tool. I love it. I really do.
I know what it is.
Bosch installation driver.
Oh, I thought you were going to say a router.
That
Bosch makes a good router.
Driver. I will say this about Bosch. They make the absolute best sanders. Bar none.
You like their sanders?
Yeah, I think they amazing sanders. Their routers are also, if not the best, then they're up there as far as the big name. I know somebody's going to say Festool because that's what they have, and they've never used them, but they're going to say Festool anyway because that's what they watched on a woodworking channel. Bosch laser levels are amongst the best tools out there. The Bosch hammer drill.
Bosch has always made a good jigsaw.
Bosch hammer drills are right up there. Would you recommend the 12-volt sander? $99, yeah. People finding it for $50, absolutely. Bosch makes a good sander. They just no doubt about it. I know they make a good sander. Keep that in mind when we get to them to some of these other brands. I would say easily the best tool that they make is, for me, is that 12-volt installation driver because I personally own it. I can attest to how good it is and how much I like it. Cheap enough if you lose one, you don't cry, yeah? $500 Festool Orbit sander will never find its way to my tool chest. You use the Bosch Flex-A-Click a lot. Love my corded Bulldog better than Milwaukee. Looking for to get the 12-volt sander. I have a ton of the brushless 12 volt stuff that went on clearance. Great. Tough Built have some nice pouches, yes. So worst Bosch tool?
Hang
I
on.
gotta say their 12 volt jigsaw. I don't like it.
I'm trying to think.
It's that weird handle shape. So fucking, I just don't like it. I won't even buy it. I don't like the look of it. Howie, that was just in my video. $100 for the 12 volt brushed Bosch Impact Drill and Impact combo kit. It's $119 for the brushless. But
I don't.
Here's the kicker: Bosch might be getting out of the 12 volt game.
I was gonna say, they don't have the best batteries to match how good their engineering is in their tools.
Mm-hmm. Joshua Wilson says he hates the 12 volt hacksaw.
Yeah, so that's a good example.
I could see that. Bosch laser level for Lee. How you doing, Lee? Cobalt Flex. We just did Cobalt. Porter cable. Does anybody think about Porter cable?
No.
Here.
Wait, yes. Porter cable used to make some of the best 18 gauge nailers.
Best tool that they make is their planer, if you can find it. And the worst tool they make is everything else.
Their planer, not their planer, their joiner. I had a joiner, and
it used to be really big.
It made it through like 3 jobs of hardwood. Like, not even. No, never again. I don't think any of their stuff is what it used to be.
I picked up my son up the $300 Porter cable, like 6 tool combo kit at Costco for Christmas. He left it. The 23-year-old know-nothing kid knows that they are not good tools. So, oh, Porter cable grinder is good. I didn't even know they had an account, but thanks for letting us know, CNF.
Yeah, pneumatic tools, Porter cable is decent.
Their tools at Tractor Supply and Costco. Yeah. Bench grinder. Well, the Porter cable bench grinder is good. Yeah, so they made their bones in plumbing and in woodworking. That's what Porter cable was known for. But Stanley Black & Decker bought them for the name. Then they started moving some of that technology to other brands, maybe a few black and yellow brands, and then upgrading it here and there for those brands and leaving Porter cable itself in the cold. And now Porter cable is just not there. It's not what people like. I mean, that's just the truth. Thank you, Lee. Yeah, it just sucks that they did that. Arbor blades for my sawzall to rip limbs up small trim. To limb up little small trees. Okay. Oh, to take off little branches and whatnot. All right. So flex. All right, flex boy.
Haha. I got to think of it. There's one tool. I would say their drywall cutout tool is not anything special enough to. They could have added some extra features instead of just a spinning motor that goes as fast as possible. They could have done a little bit more with it. There was no finesse in it.
I'm going to start out with my worst.
That's their worst, yeah.
The impact wrench.
I haven't tried it.
Impact wrench. From what I've seen from it, the cost of it, there are better values, there are better performance out there. Torque Test Channel gave them a horrible rating on their thing. To the point where I'm like, I don't even have to look at it. It's just unfortunate because literally every other tool I've tried from them has been outstanding. Even the non-turbo drill was good. The non-turbo impact was good, but that impact wrench, having seen it, I'm just like, I'm out. I'm not going to even look at it as an add-on, because I've got Ridgid, I've got DeWalt impact wrenches. I'm never going to need a flex.
What's your favorite flex tool?
Mine?
Yeah.
That rear handle circ saw.
I'm going to have a hard time picking this one. I don't know what's my favorite.
That rear handle circ saw is sexy. Oh my God.
I got to give credit where it's due, and their jigsaws are absolutely amazing for power. It's just incredible how powerful their jigsaws are.
Pancreatitis. Oh, sorry to hear that, Queefer. We love our animals here.
But I would say that their turbo hammer drill is absolutely amazing.
I do like the hammer drill. I knew which one you would pick.
I've been trying to destroy it, man. I can't break it.
And the one that you just picked up is the worst. I am kind of surprised because the angle grinder is just incredible. The jigsaw also, oh my God, what a tool that is. The jigsaw, the impact driver is very good. They don't make the best impact driver. I'll just tell you that flat out. They do not. The hammer drill also nice. I will say this beyond a shadow of a doubt in my mind, the one tool that they make better than everybody else is that jigsaw. No question. Not a question in my mind.
They packed a lot of power. I mean, dude, I was cutting 3/16 inch tabletop packing table from Uline. Just like you can't stop the saw. Like I tried to bog it down and just snapped the blade. Like the thing never ever.
I want to know why you said it like butt, and then you did not butter. You just said like butt and just went on.
Well, I don't know. I kind of like butt too, I guess. But dude, just it's seriously it was a barrel. I'm sure the D handle. You think the D handle is as powerful as the barrel?
Yeah, D handle. I'm going to go to the D handle.
You think it's got as much power as the barrel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why? Because the motor ain't running through the damn handle.
Well, the motor's in a different location.
I'm telling you, I've used the D handle. Or what I really like about the D handle is I can see where I am cutting better because I have an over projection of it. Like I'm over top of it. With a D handle, I'm kind of craning my neck around to see where the blade is.
Yeah, but then as you make a turn, you got to cock your elbow up in the air, and it's just easier just to spin it like this with the barrel.
Yes, Howie, I do like.
I've never grabbed anything by the D, as much as you like talking about it. So.
Well, you haven't grabbed it, but you certainly.
I like the girth of a barrel like this, and you. Yeah.
That's what I mean. For you, it's just like I'm just saying that we know the truth. Tactics of butt guy. So I'm not the only one that heard him say just butt and left it alone. You guys are split down the middle. I couldn't find the barrel and got the D handle from Flex. I like the way the barrel looks. But control and visibility is on the D handle. Yeah. Hilti all the way, said skilled laborer. I can tell you this. I don't know that there's a tool that Hilti makes better than everybody else.
That's well, okay.
They don't make the best demo equipment. Don't make the best construction equipment.
They make the best accessories for the equipment.
Okay.
They make some of the best diamond tip blades. They make some of the best SDS drill bits.
How easy? Yes, they do make that. The fact that you can't find it tells us all we need to know about you, sir.
But yeah, they don't make the best tool. Like they make lasting tools that will last for 10 years.
They actually probably do make the best bits. But when you're charging people, $25, $40 for 15 of them, they better be damn good. And they are.
They are. They are. Yeah.
But I have never not been disappointed in the performance of like their impact driver.
They make the best powdered actuated tools.
Okay, I can agree with you on that.
They make the best core
Seeing that they do.
core not core saw. What the heck is this? A core drilling machine, whatever, core drill. They make the best core drills. They make the best just oddball stuff.
Yeah.
They make the best automatic robot that lines out your whole job site and drills the holes automatically.
Yeah.
They make the perfect useless skeleton suit that no one's ever going to wear in 100-degree weather.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
No. Don't they have the little things that you put on your legs and it's supposed to make you like bionic? They have like the whole suit. I know Milwaukee has one.
Like braces here, and it's supposed to like have struts built in, and it is like eases your fatigue on the job site or something.
They do make good jackhammers, but their jackhammers aren't as good as other brands.
Right. See, I was gonna say that Bosch makes an equally good jackhammer for the same size.
Yeah. We also use Hilti laser level. Work great. Yeah. I'm not saying they're bad. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Hilti's bad. But for the amount of money that you pay, it's just like Festool. For the amount of money that you pay for those, they should be head and shoulders above everybody else.
Hilti's worst tool is going to be their drywall screw gun.
Okay.
It's going to last forever, but there is nothing to it. It's a trigger and a motor that spins at 100 degrees, just RPM, just 1,000 miles an hour. And that's it. It's got a clip on the back for your belt, and it's got a cord.
I'm going to highlight this is exactly right when it comes to Hilti. I have the 12-volt Hilti kit that's good. It's good. But for the price, you could buy Milwaukee or DeWalt and save $100 and get you'll get better performance.
You just can't beat the fleet, man. You show up at the store, they treat you a certain way.
Yeah.
They warranty all your stuff.
It's true.
They train you.
Is that a big thing?
Yes, yes. There's mandatory on-the-job training that you have to have for certain things. That you had to have a stupid sticker on your hard hat. If not, you ain't getting on this job. Yes. Hilti trains you.
All right.
So if you buy their tools, they send one guy to your job site instead of you sending all your guys to a certain location at $100 a pop. Hilti's where it's at.
Well, Panther wants us to do Dremel next. I don't know a lot about Dremel. I don't use them a lot. The only thing I've ever used from them is the little rotary tool. The cordless one, I thought it was underpowered, so I don't have it. As a matter of fact, I got like a knockoff brand. Maybe it was a Husky. I don't really remember, but there was a knockoff brand that I picked up at one of the home improvement stores. It's actually better than the Dremel. And Dremel, I just don't have that much experience with them.
I'm trying to think, what does Dremel make other than a Dremel? Oh, they do have a really cool. They have a really cool glue tool as well.
What is it with you and the glue? Are you over there huffing or what?
Yeah, man. Hot glue sticks tools. I can't say the G word. They're useful.
The all MT is crappy, yeah. So a rotary tool, yeah, the rotary tool is probably the best and the worst. I'll just say it that way. I don't have, like, I've never went into a store and said I got to buy this Dremel. Dremel battery, that was actually with a cordless line. It was just absolute dog crap. I just didn't like it. Dremel has an engraving tool. That is true. They do have an engraving tool. I have used it. It's pretty good. I do have the little the sandpaper one. I use it on my Great Dane's paws to keep her nails short.
And she lets you?
Yeah.
Interesting.
You've never owned a Great Dane.
I've never owned a dog that. Well, first off, if you don't get the special one with the plastic guard, their fur gets stuck around the collet while it's going 1,000 miles an hour.
They have this new invention. It's only been around for a few thousand years, called scissors.
Scissors, okay.
And you can actually trim the hair around their paw.
Does Dremel make dental tools?
I don't know.
Or is that a joke?
I don't know. What's next, guys? What's the next brand? Do you guys want to get into Makita? We could get right into Makita. I know that. Mm-hmm. We could get right into the DeWalt, Makita, and Milwaukee and finish it up right now. How's that? You guys, Snap-on. Best Snap-on tools. One they make better than anybody else. Impact sockets. Worst, 18-volt tools. Don't buy the Snap-on 18-volt tools. Just don't do it. You're better off getting other brands.
Yeah.
I bought a quarter Dremel in the 90s, still going strong. I like it, Lou. Great to have you. Cameraman, too. You snuck in. Latest brushless Dremel finally fits the regular Bosch 12-volt batteries. That's good to know. Tactics has a dog. Sounds like it is a preschool class tap dancing. Yeah. Hat Power Tools. Well, I actually found that you can order them on the Lowe's website now.
I just pay someone to trim his nails at this point, dude. He seems to pull that thing out and he just leaves the room. He's just like, I'm out of here.
I can tell you the best cat tool, as far if we're really talking about it, they've got a power station, a 1200 watt power station. It's really nice.
The batteries.
Huh?
The DeWalt 8 amp hour battery has got to be the best bang for your buck, size, longevity, technology, everything in there that ever has had a battery that size.
Yeah.
The 8 is seriously impressive.
Queefer knows. Well, hold on. I gotta see. Let's flip Makita. Oh, for fuck's sake! All right. Worst Makita tool. The one that they make that is worse than everybody else. This to me, the no-brainer.
You go first.
So all of their 12-volt tools are shit. But their 18-volt, was it LXT hammer drill? It's the hammer drill. Absolute dog crap. As a matter of fact, I would give that tool to the one guy I hated the most. So I'm sending it over to the Den of Tools. We're going to hook him up. It's not true. I don't hate that guy. I don't care about him. There's a difference. So that is absolutely the 12-volt drill is garbage. Their 18-volt tools are garbage. Everybody says, "Jai, the 40-volt. That's the best one. The 40-volt. Need the 40-volt to compete with the 18-volt tools." That's because you're a moron. What's up, Rodney?
The 12-volt circular saw is. You can't even cut a fence picket with it, okay? It's that bad.
Nice.
It bogged down. So I bought it. I returned it. No shocker, right? I bought it like 2 years ago. And it couldn't even cut cardboard boxes without bogging down. I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll use it as my cardboard box cutter.
Yeah.
It couldn't even do that.
I'm not surprised. It says Makita on it.
It's that bad.
All right. So all of you guys watching at home, you may want to hit the record button. You might want to save this for posterity because I actually have to pick a tool that Makita makes better than everybody else. Is it going to hurt me? Because I hate them. It's no euphemism. It's no put on. It's not a joke. I mean it. I hate them with a passion. I hate them. If I had the opportunity to piss on the grave of Makita, it wouldn't be worth my time, and it'd be a waste of perfectly good piss. So it's so savage. I hate Makita with a passion. Oh my god, I hate them so much. But at least I'm honest. What is your guys' best and worst? The Makita LXT hammer drill. I hate that one, you boy Ram. What's up, Rodney? Glad to have you here. If you were to talk like that, you would get more subs. What like that? No, it's not worth it. I use the Makita Light. So BWs is saying that the Makita Light is the best. He likes the Makita Light. CNS says
Robert,
Makita best tool is
Robert.
the mini router, their trim router. Try the DeWalt. Seriously, try the DeWalt. The DeWalt, their cordless trim router, I think is the best on the market. And you can even use the DeWalt in a CNC. So that tells you how good they are. Favorite is the 36 volt rear handle Makita. All right, Michael. What is on your hat? CED Green Tech. Makita LXC subcompact OMT is better vibrator than an OMT. All right. Makita makes good 18 volt coffee pot. Lee. How do I really feel about Makita? I don't think anybody has to ask. If you use Makita, you're a little sweet. That's true. Ridgid in Europe is called AAG. Name tag. Yeah, I said that earlier. I see Makita is making a battery-powered microwave somewhere. Yeah, I saw that as well. Makita 9-volt drill was my first cordless and the last good tool they made. Rod, Niners had some awful luck. Yeah. They now make a microwave. Who is worse, the bear or person who Moron is based on? Oh, CP. He's a racist. I use the corded Makita SES rotary hammer drill. I like it. This is heavy. Doesn't Makita make good paperweights? Yeah, they do. They make some. So, what do you think is the best Makita tool?
I've got that 36 volt rear handle, but I put DeWalt power stacks on, and it runs pretty nice.
Okay, I can unequivocally tell you that. He's being very modest tonight, but this guy over here has admitted to me time and again that his favorite Makita tool is their brushed drill dough. So I'm going to have to say that Makita makes the best drill dough on the market. Now, I've never used
just from my rave reviews.
I have no idea, but he's lost teeth from it. So I'm just going to take his word. Yeah. The thumbnail should have given it away, people. The drill was going to make a comeback. They even have a reciprocating version for her pleasure. I'm just saying that's the way it's going to be. Makita's drill dough is the best tool that they make. I got nothing good.
They actually do have a Makita concrete vibrator. Have you seen it?
Why did you sit on it? No, I have to know. Why did you sit on it? But is it brushless? Well, I mean, it is now. Black and Decker. Sounds great. I don't know. So it wasn't just a clickbait photo. All right. No. I had this planned. As soon as I came up with it, I was like, drill dough's going on there. Because when we talk about Makita, you're not going to get me to say anything good about the brand. They're a garbage brand. They're overpriced. They're underpowered. They underperform. Piece of trash. That's just my honest feelings about Makita. Hey, I hate them. We forgot Craftsman. Ooh. Ooh, hey, you know what? That's a good one. Because
I like Craftsman's wrenches actually.
yeah, the Craftsman wrenches are really, the hand tools are excellent. The hammer drill, probably the best one they make. It's the brushless hammer drill. I've heard people say that their impact wrenches are really good, and I'll just rely on other people for that. My foray into Craftsman is not extensive. I have a brushed impact driver that I would use to beat the life out of a burglar and not much else. As a matter of fact, it sits up at top on the line of tools that I will never use. It's like at the very top, and it's in the worst spot. So even if I wanted to use it, I'd have to move other stuff to get to it. Not bad compressors, okay. Have I converted? We don't talk anymore, Rod. Craftsman radio. There you go. The underlight, the under the hood light is probably their best tool. The Craftsman radio, I've heard great things about. I know Joe the Tool Guy swears by the Craftsman radio. I've never used it. Don't listen to the radio, so that's a good one. Yeah. Somebody said skill. Hey, go ahead, skill.
Anything with the ring light. The
right angle drill.
Their impact 12 volt.
Impact.
I like their 12 volt stuff actually. And you know what? I ran their 12 volt brushed oscillating tool up against brushless oscillating tool up against the brushed Milwaukee. And it was faster than the brushed Milwaukee. And it was 12 volt. So
okay, I see it.
They make some pretty okay stuff. They could have made that whole 12 volt line better if they had made a all metal chuck on their drill and a more solid reverse forward selector switch.
So I'll say every skill tool that I've ever used I gave away.
Me too.
Just didn't like them. They don't carry power. They don't, at least for me, they didn't perform well.
Hey, it doesn't have to be effective if it looks cool.
Is that what you told your wife about the micro?
It's
cute. You can put a little bow tie on it.
Once I put the bow tie on it, then it did look cool, but it didn't have to be effective. Yeah,
it's a very little bow tie.
It was a clip on.
The skill ring light is awesome. Just don't know if it is effective.
Yeah.
Princess Sophia. Oh no.
Crawl Warrior King.
Supercharger. Just put a supercharger. Wow. Craftsman Brad Naylor is all right. Skill power tool that I've used that I think they make well. Nothing.
What do they make good?
I've never had a skill tool that I thought was great.
You've used their skill saw though, but when they're corded.
Yeah, corded. There you go. The Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Skill saw Bigfoot. That's the best one. Powerful. Cut 6x6 with it. Like it. Awesome. Forgot about it for just now. That's awesome. The 12 volt skill. All right. Got to see. Ontario, the Sawzall, my favorite for the combo. He already had a turtleneck. Yeah, but you can't see it. That's why you needed a bow tie. My favorite is forever my Skill Mag 77. I like it. All right. I like it. All right, so we're done with that. Let's go into DeWalt. You're the DeWalt guy. You
Only
have
recently, yeah, I have a lot of DeWalt now. I don't know what's my favorite, man. I really like the 850 for the design. But then the 840 came out, but now I've already broken my 840. I'm so torn between it.
This
I'm
one's
liking
gonna
their
get,
battery tech.
this one's going to get some people upset. I'll tell you this right now.
Their oscillating tools are cool. I like the triggers.
Okay. So I can say unequivocally, beyond a shadow of a doubt, the worst DeWalt tool that they make, any of their impact drivers, none, zero, zero, goose egg. It's the same as Howie's IQ, nothing. They have never made a good impact driver. Impact wrenches are great. Their drills are good. But they have never made a good impact driver. I don't know why. It's old technology by now. Folks have had it for decades. They know what it'll do.
We literally
But they
took
cannot
apart
make
the
a good one.
850 live, and you could see how simple the design is. The motors are small. They didn't even try.
No, it's horrible. It like their impact drivers are absolute just trash. I like DeWalt as a brand. I really do. But the 887, the 850, the 840, the new 845, go back even further than that. No.
87 caught fire, yeah.
Yeah, none of them. Not a single one of the DeWalt impact drivers are great. Not a single one. I don't even know why they are like they throw them in the kit as kind of a like, hey, maybe you could use this in a pinch. I prefer the 12-volt impact over the 20. I can respect that. Have you ever seen a channel named The Essential Craftsman? No. The compact atomic looks cool. The 850, it is cool. It's not great though.
No one else has managed to cram 8 amp hours into a battery this compact.
Yeah.
And it's like a lightweight. They're 21700s in here.
Yeah.
And it's just it's pretty impressive, really. This isn't that much bigger than a 5.
Yeah.
You put that in a light, they're the crappiest DeWalt light, than an $89 one that's 12 volt as well. 11 hours. Still had freaking 2 bars on the battery when I was done.
I respect that. They do make the best batteries.
They got some good cells.
Actually, I can't say that. I cannot say
Flex makes good batteries too.
Ego makes the best batteries.
Yeah.
If we're just talking about that, but as that 1.7 power stack battery is my personal favorite battery. It gives you the most bang for your buck, bar none. So I'll say that. As far as the rest of the DeWalt line, it's they're good. They're not great. That's what, like, overall, and I like them. They'll make you money, which I like, but they're not great. I would buy DeWalt before I would buy Hilti. Of course, I would buy Hypertough before I bought Makita, so maybe a little skewed. But no, that's my general feeling about them. Like every tool that I've had from DeWalt has been good quality. Except for that, I know you had some problems with your compressor.
Yeah, it started leaking. Simple hose clamps in 30 minutes of your time makes it a very good compressor because it's $150 less than the competition.
That's true. But you also had to replace it twice. Or replace it once.
So I heard it and I took it back within 3 days because I was like, hey, it's making a hissing noise. And then I got another one and the other one started leaking down and draining my battery. So I was like, okay, it's a DeWalt thing. It's not just 2 compressors in a row, you know?
Yeah.
But there's got to be a PSA on it by now. Or a tech bulletin or something.
No, Rodney, I don't remember what day that was. Probably Monday, Tuesday, Sunday. I don't know. DeWalt has a wide bet of one-off specialty tools. That I agree, Kansas. I mean, they're 90% there. Competitive. They will have, yeah. My old 18-volt bricks drill still works surprisingly. Hey, that's good. So, yeah, I would say now, yeah, the best tool DeWalt makes for my money, the one that I think, like I would feel secure, that is that 1.7 battery. Like, I think they make that battery better than anybody makes any other battery.
Appreciate that, Rodney.
His video was when. Thank you, Joshua. Now the big one. This is the one everybody is waiting for, because it's the star of the tool world. And if you want to get views, just throw Milwaukee in the title, and people will watch it. So let's talk about Milwaukee. And what do you think, sir?
I don't think that they are consistent on anything. I hadn't had a consistent Milwaukee since.
I think if you know your nickname, we can figure out the whys and the wheres of that one.
I mean, I'm not a good person with power tools anyway. I use them as like footstools when you're on a scissor lift and you gotta get that extra like 4 inches because the rails physically can't go any higher, and you don't want to be seen climbing the rails, and you're out of 4 square boxes to make stairs out of.
I mean, God,
power tools work as steps.
God just help some of us out, and then others he left a little short. He just happened to cut you short in height and.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what. Man, I haven't had a good experience with Milwaukee really ever.
We'll do Metabo
consistently.
As well. Dude, there is one tool that Milwaukee makes that is head and shoulders above everybody else. They are by far the best at it. You can't even argue the point. Their impact drivers are the best, the absolute best. You could say collet issues, whatever, it's still the best.
That's why I can't say them, actually.
I've
lost too many bits down the wall.
Use the new one.
I've lost too many bits down the wall, man.
Use the new one.
The 4.
Yeah, the Gen 4. Use the new one. Seems to have no issues with that.
Can't bring myself.
Milwaukee has been dominant in power tool world for the past 10 years. DeWalt and Flex are catching up just recently. You can't, I'm going to say, rest on the reputation.
No, he's right. So from 2011 all the way until 2000, and I'm going to say all the way up to 19.
I'm with you, Lee.
Milwaukee has been undoubtedly the absolute best. But in that time period, especially from 16 to 19, I've had a lot of inconsistencies that I cannot overlook. I've had an impact drill just stop working. The electronics are not good on Milwaukee. I've even had fluke trigger pulls that the drill doesn't do anything with the drills. Their collet on their recip saw locked up on me. I never took that thing out in the rain. There's a lot of things with Milwaukee that I can't look the other way on.
Sander. Well, I'll. To me, the easy one is to pick out the best. The hardest one is picking out which one of their tools is the worst.
Oh, that's easy for me.
They have a lot of not great. Nobody likes to talk about it because they go, well, you can only talk when you talk about Milwaukee. People that talk about Milwaukee really only talk about
the fuel. Yeah.
That's it. But I can tell you that I used one Milwaukee tool that the very first time I used it, I packed everything up, took it back to the store, and told them to take this garbage back.
It was the oscillating tool.
No.
The 12 volt.
No.
Oh. It was the jigsaw.
Non-fuel circ saw.
Oh.
Piece of absolute dog crap. The non-fuel hammer drill, also a piece of dog crap. Jesus.
Dude, I used to buy a non-fuel impact every year until they came out with the fuel.
Yeah.
Same with the 12 volt non-fuel. I used to buy their brushed motors do not last at all. I know they're brushed, but they just do not last. They start rattling around in the drill, and it makes like shaky noises and
yeah,
terrible.
I'm going to say this, and I'm going to watch so many people have a meltdown right now because I'm going to say something bad about a Milwaukee fuel product. It's going to hurt some of your feelings, and you're going to cry. And I'm going to tell you that that's a you problem, not a me problem. And it says Ted Lasso, Rod. Milwaukee does not, nor have they ever made, a good sander.
That's true. They cannot.
All of their sanders are absolute crap.
But I haven't had one like. Do they break or do they just not sand and not collect dust?
So the inside, even on the fuel, it's freaking. What's up, cabinet maker? It is plastic. So there's like little that's supposed to hold it level, and it breaks all the time. It's just trash. Oh my God, I cannot believe that in 10 years they have not made a good one. The detail sander, I think, is $99 now, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong on that one. The M12, you're not expecting a whole lot from a detail sander, so maybe that's the good one. Worst Milwaukee tool is the person holding it that won't try other brands. That's 100% agree with that. I think buying one brand is just silly now.
The Kansas Handy's original orbital well, it's the same technology.
That's why we're doing this, Rod. We're talking about the best and worst in every line. We're not trying to. My Ridgid orbital doesn't collect any dust, I swear. Is it the big 6, the 6-inch? Because mine does the same thing, and mine has a spot in it where it'll shock you. I just got used to it. I like the feeling. That's why I hold it next to my willy.
I don't like the dust collection. It's too rigid, and then you pop the top off, and then all the dust starts.
Yeah.
The bags are the best with the little spring in there.
I made a mistake. The Ridgid Megamax is not the best Ridgid tool. It is not. It's actually that beautiful
saw
compound sliding miter
saw. Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm going to apologize because I'm sorry I disrespected you earlier. That's the best freaking stuff. I love that thing. And somebody said Metabo, easy for me. 36 volt Metabo hammer drill is the best.
Yep.
Thing is phenomenal. I love everything about it. It's fantastic. I highly recommend it.
The impact driver's buttery smooth too, though, man.
The triple hammer.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
it almost drives like a hydraulic.
Let me just say,
I haven't had a chance to make a video on it yet because I was sick.
This thing, which is their subcompact line, not great.
But you got that whole set for $100 though.
Yeah,
didn't you?
$119.
I got mine for. Oh wait, I think you're right. No, I got mine for $100. No, was it? Yeah, $119. Yeah.
What's up, DFW? How are you doing? Is the Megamax like the job? Yes, just much bigger, much more powerful. 36 volt circ saw rips. Yeah, it's on sale too. Ridgid for compact miter, but DeWalt for full size. I actually think the DeWalt trim router is the best absolutely. And I think Bosch makes some of the best routers as well. It's
Dallas,
such competitive.
Fort Worth drains, DFW? Like Metroplex?
Yeah. Yeah, we cleared that up with him before. Thank you, CNF. We're glad we can entertain you all, give you an hour and a half of just pure fun and entertainment for the night. And we hope you all enjoyed it, because we do this every Sunday. And please, if you have a topic or suggestion in mind, feel free to hit us up. We're pretty easy to find, and we're always on. You all have a good night. May God bless. Take care.
See you.